So now we will discuss about the Indian economy. The next topic of the second, it is my second lecture, and it also related to the module first. The second part of the module first, and it is the second video of the same series of Indian economy. So now we will discuss about the economic systems. In the first video, I describes about the economic system. According to the Article 39C under the DPESP, operation of economic system cannot be formulated, cannot be generated in such a manner that the resources of the country is concentrated in certain hands. So in the same manners, we talking about the economic systems. What is the economic system? My means the production and distribution of the government, the country of a country, government of a country make its policies based on either market economy, either command economy. So two different ways of organizing an economy, two different ways of organizing of any economy of the world. In the similar manners, economic system is, in other words, we can say economic system is divided into two parts. One is the market economy, another is the command economy. Market economy that pertain to the individual and private firms make major decision about the production and consumption. Market economy means no restrictions of the government. All economic activities prevail in any country freely. Government just made regulations to govern the economic system of a country that come under the market economy. All the capitalist countries adopted the market economy, and here in market economy, individual and private firms make major decision about the production and consumption. Government is just the regulator of this economy. ये now yes, now we are continuing about these topics. Market economy means government is just the regulator of anything. All the economic activities is handled or driven by the production and distributions, is driven by the demand and supply. Yani market forces decide the production and distribution of a country. In other words, production and distribution is driven by the demand and supply. So market forces, freely all economic activities is happening, and economic activities is mostly motivated toward the profit. So profit is the motive of the market economy. Another things, market economy is also following the principles of laissez-faire economic policy. Market economy is following the principle of laissez-faire economic policy. Laissez-faire means it is the extreme case of market economy. Laissez-faire means it is the extreme case, yani extreme version of the market economy. Here all the economic activities is freely happening. Government is the just spectator or the regulator of the production and distributions, and government silence on the economic decision. Economic decision is made by the private individual or private firms, and they produce most of the time the focus they involve in the production in which they are getting profits. So profit is the motive of the market economy. Another classification under the economic system, that is the command economy. Another one is the command economy. What is the command economy? Government makes all important decision about the production and distributions. In command economy, government is not just the spectator and the regulator, but government control all economic activities. Government make major decision about the production and distribution. Government owned most of the means of production and distribution. So government involved itself है या government agencies involves itself है या government companies involve itself in the production and distributions of the economic activities या production and distribution या demand and supply is handled या helmed by the government agencies under the command economy. Next one is the government owned most of the means of production and distribution like the lands and capital that come under the government. In 20th century, we found the Soviet Union that come under the command economy. Most of the command economy are adopted the planned economic policy, a planning of the 5 year, 3 years like that. So command economy, they are adopted the planning based economic policies, while the market economy, here everything is driven by the private sectors or involvements of the government agencies is just the regulators, and here motive is the profit, here motive is the welfare, here most of the times private firms या individuals focusing the production that giving the profits, and here assistance, public help, welfare, and economic growth is your resource allocations is based on the 5-year plans under the command economy. Now we will another things we know between that is also come under the market economy and command economy, known as the mixed economy. Mixed economy under the mixed economy. So this is the third number. First is the market economy, second is the command economy, or third is the mixed economy. The elements of the market economy as well as the command economy come under the mixed economy. So both features, it consists on both the features. Both the feature means its motive is also profit. Simultaneously, its motive is also welfare. So profits plus welfare. So both it has the both goal, and public as well as the private. It is the public as well as the private. Both sectors are involved and having equal space. Both are promoted. So India is the mixed economy. For example, India is the mixed economy. Nowadays we are not find any country that is fully based of the command economy. I think in Soviet Union and China, they are also dominated by the private sectors, and government agencies is not having the worthy saying in the production and distribution of the goods and services. All the demand and supply is managed and handled by the private sectors in China, in Soviet Union, in each and every countries. So all countries neither fully market based economy nor they adopted the system of the command economy. Most of the countries nowadays are practicing are based in the mixed economic policy of its country. India is the best example. Both the feature market features and command economic features is also exist in the mixed economy. Another is the profit and plus welfare is the motive of the mixed economy. Next one is the India. Example क्या है mixed economy का? That is the India itself is the mixed economy, and all major economies are adopted its policies related to the mixed economy. They might be biased toward the market economy, like the US, UK, they are biased toward the market economy. No single individual country nowadays we find that based on command economy. They are either turned toward the market economy or toward the mixed economy. So next our classification that is based on these principles, we further classify the word into so types of economic systems. Another classification based on that is the types of economic system, type of economy या economic systems. इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम्स की अगर हम टाइप्स की बात करते हैं सो कंट्रीज फर्दर क्लासिफाइड या डिवाइडेड एज बिलो, लाइक द कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी. वन इज द कैपिटलिस्ट. Now earlier we classify the same things in a theoretical manner, in a notion, but now we are talking about the same thing in a very practical manner. So one is the capitalist, another is the mixed economy, another is the mixed economy. Mixed economy. Third is the socialist. Next is the communist. So capitalist countries like the US, UK, Japan. Capitalist countries means US, UK, Japan. These are the capitalist countries, and they are following its economic policy based on the capitalism. Next is the mixed economy. Mixed economy, just I discussed, for example, India. India is the best example of the mixed economy. Next is the socialist economy. My means socialist economy where economic resources, production and distribution, economic resources as well as the production and distribution is handled या driven by the government machinery या public sector, driven and handled by the public sector. So its motive is the equalization of the society, distribution of the resources in such a manner to equalize the society. Social justice is the motive of the socialist economy. Social justice is the motive of the socialist economy. Extreme version of the socialism is called the communist countries या communist economy. Extreme version of the socialism या socialist countries is called the communist countries. So socialist we can classify just example. Almost all countries of the world, they are following the principle of the socialism, and several countries mentioned the term socialism in its constitutions. Yeah, its constitution is based on the socialisms. Either they are following the principle of the socialism, while the no single country is fully following the principle of the communist. But nowadays the word is pertaining to the communist very frequently for the Russia, for China, for Cuba. North Korea is also come under the socialism. Vietnam is also following the principle of the communist, but no radical principles applied in any country. So we can say the Vietnam, Cuba and all these countries as a socialist countries. Okay. Next another thing is sectors. What is the another thing is sectors. In capitalist economy, private sector is predominated. In capitalist economy, private sector is predominated, while in mixed economy, private plus public both are permitted, या both are having equal spaces. In mixed economy, public and private are finding equal path, या given the equal advantages, while in socialist, public sector is dominated, या most of the economic activities is handled by the public sectors. Most of the economic activities is handled by the public sector in socialist economy. Another thing is the communist. The extreme version of the communist, all production and distributions is handled by the public sector. No private sector exists. We can say no private sector allowed or exist. No private sector allowed or exist under the communist economy. So first of all, we discuss about the countries, and next we discuss about the sectors, and third one we are talking about the liberal economic policies. They are adopted the liberal economic policies. Liberal economic policies. Liberal economic policies. And here we are finding the moderate or regulated economic policies. Moderate and regulated economic policies. While in socialist countries rigid government regulation. Under the socialist, rigid government regulation is rigid. While communist, each and everything is driven or decided by the government, government agencies. No private individual or private firm is permitted. So everything is happened under the government regulation, under the government control. It is the most controlled economic activities under the communist. Next, one thing is resource allocation. Number 4 point is resource allocation. So in capitalist, resource allocation is based on demand and supply. In capitalist, resource allocation is based on market mechanism, demand and supply. So market decided ki how much and which resources will be allocated, which resources will be the primary motive for the productions. While under the mixed economic, resource allocation modified market mechanism. Here similar thing is, that is the modified market mechanism. यानी कि modified market mechanism. Modified market mechanism. Market mechanism is modified under the mixed economy. While resource allocation is handled or driven by the market forces. Market force means demand and supply decide the resource allocation. Yani demand and supply decided the resources, production of the resources, generation of the resources, as well as its distributions. Okay. While market mechanism is also exist in mixed economy, but it is a little bit modified. It means it is not fully dominated by the market mechanism, but they also consider little bit the welfare. It's not only motive the profits, they little bit also consider the welfare. So it is, we can say the modified version existed there. Achha, resource allocation in socialist, we know very well about the resource allocation planning policies. Planning. Resource allocation in socialist economy, we find the based on the planning. Resource allocation based on the planning. Planning is the main things for the resource allocation. And the future plans will decide which resources will be allocated for which sector, how much resources will be generated, the methods will be adopted for the production and the distribution based on future course of action. Planning means future course of action. So resource allocation is based on planning, while communist is the extreme version of the socialism. Next point we are discussing a motive. Next point, what is the motive? We know very well capitalist economy, their motive is, their goal is profits. Their motive is profits. Profit is the motive of capitalist economy, while socialist economy, social justice. Socialist economy, their motive is social justice. Next point is 5. Social justice. Or in other word, we can say the welfare of the people. In other word, we can say the welfare. Socialist economy, what is the motive? What is the goal of the social economy? Their motive is social justice. Yeah, in other words, we can say their motive is welfare, profit as well as the social justice. This is the motive of the mixed economy. Profit along with profit along with social justice. Along with social justice is the motive of mixed economy. What is the mixed economy? Profit as well as the social justice is the motive of mixed economy. While in socialist, we find the social justice as well as the welfare is the motive of mixed economy. Next, advantage. What are the advantage and what are the disadvantage? Next point is advantage. Under the capitalist, it is the most efficient economy. Production is very efficient because motive is profit. No resource loss and no discrepancies we find here, and most of the resources are consumed and the utilized. So highly efficient economy. Highly efficient economy. Efficient in terms of production. Efficient in terms of production and distributions, because of profit is motive. Its motive is profits. So highly economic activities involved here, and growth rate is very high under the capitalist economy. And but nowadays all the capitalist economy, they are reached to the climax and saturations, so their growth rate is very low. But in actual parlance, their economic activities is very efficient. Their production and productivity is very high compared to the other countries. While the mixed economy, their efficiency, their advantage and both of advantage, so they are having efficiency as well as the social justice. Efficiency and social justice. Efficiency as well as the social justice. It means if they are adopted the policy of a mixed economy, so production is also good, and distribution, production, these are the good. Productivity is high, growth rate is high, per capita income is also will be high, but not compared to the capitalist economy, because here also exists the socialist justice. Social justice या social principle या welfare is also motive of a mixed economy. So its economic growth या growth rate will be very high. Yeah, production and productivity will be high in the capitalist, later in the mixed economy, and then socialist. So production and productivity is very low because they adopted the their motive is social welfare and social justice. Next, but its advantage is least inequality and poverty eradications, as well as the unemployment is considered as a sin in socialist, and different government schemes that try to remove the social stigmas that prevailed in the societies. So socialist economy's motive is removing the inequality, giving the equal chances and spaces to each and every community and the members of the societies. So they always try to equalize the society inside the socialist economy. Another thing say that is the, we can say, disadvantage. So here disadvantage is the less efficiency. Less efficiency in यानी कि प्रोडक्शन या ग्रोथ इज वेरी लो इन सोशलिस्ट इकोनॉमी, while the production is very high capitalist. But here another things, very high inequality exist in capitalist economy. So we can say under the disadvantage. What is disadvantages? Disadvantage means here very high inequality exist. Inflation rate always remain skyrocketing, always is very high, and sustainability and peoples are very dynamics. So these are the features of the capitalist. While mixed economy that exist in between the socialist and capitalist, and it adopted all the features of the socialism, as well as some features adopted of the socialism as well as the capitalist. While the socialist economy it's adopted its own features that derived some principles from the capitalist, but it is the least version of the communist. Communist is the extreme version of the socialism. Communist is the extreme version of the socialism. Another things we are talking here, policy in India. So next point we are talking about is policy in India. Because when we discuss about the nature of Indian economy, so we also talk about the economic system. Due to that, I describes in detail major economic systems, how we can classify the economic systems under that, and where India exists. Okay. Now we are talking about as well we know very well one term I mentioned in socialist, that is the planning, and now we are elaborating about the planning regarding to the India. So pre one thing we know about the pre-reform era. Pre-reform era. It is also divided into the policies are divided into several parts. Yeah, several sub parts. Pre-reform era. We can say pre-reform reform era. Another thing say, हाँ ठीक है, reform era. We can say reform era. And next one is since 2004. So pre-reform era means before 1991, and reform era 1991 to 2004. And next is since reform era मतलब कि सस्टेनेबल इकोनॉमिक एरा माई मीन्स 2004 से लेकर के यानी कि ऑनवर्ड 2000 ऑनवर्ड ऑनवर्ड ऑनवर्ड. ओके. सो प्री रिफॉर्म एरा वी आर टॉकिंग हेयर 1951 to 19 one thing say we are some problems here 1991 1991. Here we are having some problems. ये कुछ सही करेंगे, इसको थोड़ा गड़बड़ है. हम्म. हम्म? Now we are talking about the policy in India. We are talking about the policy in India, and we are dividing the India in different reform periods. And first was the pre-reform era, and next was reform era, reform era, reform era, and third is since 2004 onward. Third is since 2000, yeah, since 2004 onward. So pre-reform era, it spanned between 1951 से 1991. So India tilted towards India's economic policies are tilted. India's economic policies was tilted toward the mixed economy, toward the tilted toward the socialist economy. We can say not mixed because socialist base, socialist economy. So pre-reform era, yani when India gets independence and it's came into a republic country. So we are talking about 1951 to 1991. So pre-reform era, and here India's economic policy was tilted toward the socialist economy. In socialist economy, earlier we talk efficiency is less, production is also less. In socialist economy, earlier we talk about the efficiency या production. Efficiency is less. जब efficiency less होगा तो हम कह सकते हैं कि production is also less. प्रोडक्शन इज लेस. सो इंडिया इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी जो है इस पीरियड में ये थी. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट क्या आता है कि रिफॉर्म एरा. रिफॉर्म एरा मीन्स न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज adopted. New economic policies are adopted. New economic policies are adopted. New economic policies adopted in 1991. 1991 में न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की गई थी. 24 जुलाई 1991, 24 जुलाई 1991 इंडिया adopted new economic policy. New economic policy, how India adopted? It means India launched या introduced a new industrial policy on 24th July 1991. India introduced या launched its new industrial policy on 24th July 1991. Since that day, we are considering India adopted new economic policy. This new economic policy in 1991, adopted in 1991, so known as the reform era. So it extend from 1991 to 2004. India इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट करती है 1991 में. कैसे न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट करती है? इंडिया ने लॉन्च किया 24 जुलाई 1991 में न्यू इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी, और उसी को माना जा रहा है, या वहीं से हम ये मानते हैं कि इंडिया ने न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की. और ये जो न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की, इसको हम एक पार्टीशन में डिवाइड कर देते हैं. कहते हैं कि इंडिया ने 1991 से लेकर के 2004 तक क्या किया? ये रिफॉर्म ईरा है. 2004 से लेकर के ऑनवर्ड यानी अभी तक, यानी 2025-26 जो आगे चल भी रहा है, उसको हम क्या मानते हैं कि सस्टेनेबल इकोनॉमिक बेस, सस्टेनेबल इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी, सस्टेनेबल इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी, इंक्लूसिव इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी. सो सस्टेनेबल, वी कैन से इट ए सस्टेनेबल एंड इंक्लूसिव इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी. सो सिंस 2004. Next points. Before 1991, here India tilted toward the socialist economy. Socialist economy means efficiency was less. If efficiency is less, the production will be also less. While the reform era, we are talking since 1991 to 2004, new economic policies were adopted with the introduction of the new industrial policy on 24 July 1991. Or now India based on mixed economy. Now India tilted toward the mixed economy. India tilted toward the mixed. Earlier India biased toward the socialist. Now India tilted toward the mixed economy. Since 2004 and later that, here we also found the features of the capitalism. Found the feature of the capitalism. Found the feature of capitalism. या कैपिटलिस्ट फीचर्स, बट इट प्रीडोमिनेंटली बायस्ड या टिल्टेड टुवर्ड द कैपिटलिज्म, सो सिंस 2004 वी कंप्लीटली से इंडिया tilted toward the capitalism, and its initial initiative was taken during the reform era. Next point we are taking, here production is more compared to before that. So pre-reform era we have one thing is that is the pre-reform era, another is the reform era, and since 2004. So we divided the three parts. We divided the Indian policy into three parts. Pre-reform era, we know very well, it existed 1951 to 1991 and 1991, and it was between the 1991 to 2004, and since 2004 onwards. Okay, so here we find in pre-reform era India's economic growth rate. India's economic growth growth rate. What was the India's economic growth rate in pre-reform era? It was till 1981 approximate 3.5%. Till 1981 India's growth rate was 3.5%. Since 1981 to 1991 it was approximate 5.8%. 5.8%. सो 1981 तक इंडिया का जो ग्रोथ रेट था, एनुअल ग्रोथ रेट अप्रोक्सीमेट 3.5% था, या जीडीपी ग्रोथ रेट कितना था? 3.5% था. दिस वाज प्रोनाउंस्ड या कॉल्ड एज द हिंदू ग्रोथ रेट. दिस वाज नोन एज द हिंदू growth rate. 3.5% was known as the Hindu growth rate. This term was given by Raj Krishna in 1971. Given by Raj Krishna. He was the economist, Raj Krishna, and he was the economist in 1971. One question was asked, the Hindu. बस 2 minutes. This term was given by the Raj Krishna 1971, and one question was asked in UPPCS 1 year, that the Hindu growth rate was term given by the Raj Krishna. Who was given this term? Hindu growth rate was given by the Raj Krishna, because India's economic growth till 1981 was 3.5%, while 81 to 91 it was the 5.8%. Why now we are talking about this era, 1991 to 2014. So if we are talking about the 1991 to 2014, so approximate growth rate of India was 7%. During that period India's growth rate was approximate the 7%. Now we completed the whole module of economy. This was my first module of economy, and in next class we will meet and discuss about the national income, and national income will cover under the second module of Indian economy. Okay, bye, all the best.